everybody has his own strengths, and if you focus on those and find and believe in yourself that you can achieve your goal only with your strength without relying on other people, I think there's really an intrinsic motivation that can be developed when you follow your dreams and you follow your personal motivation, and then your performance will also increase accordingly. If you really believe in something, then you're going to put everything into it and you're going to make it work, maybe not as other people expect you to do it, but you still do it in some way. So I think never giving up, and also of course looking for possibilities for development. There are a lot of workshops that you can do online now with digitalization. This is a very important thing. You can do a lot of workshop online for free, so that there's a lot of information out there that you can access by yourself, so you can self-educate yourself on the topics of interest. And then networking, meeting people that have similar interests with you, learning from them, observing them, how do they do the things that you would like to do, even if you want to do them differently. The first step of learning is observing how other people are doing it and see if that works for you, if not, to find the way that works for you. So I think, yeah, the most important thing is not to give up, look for authentic sources of information, check the information. That is also an important thing. The information is there online, but you also have to check if it's accurate and from a valid source. And yeah, follow your instinct and your dreams and focus on your strengths.
Because you were talking about digitalization, that everything is digital. Do you have some important sources that you could mention here? For the social, emotional education? Exactly, yeah.
Yes, there are many specialists on the field. One of my favorite is Gabor Mate. He is very renowned in Canada. He wrote many books, Scattered Minds on ADHD. He wrote The Myth of Normal. And basic his ideology is that the society we are living in doesn't allow us to live an authentic life, and that makes us sick, shortly said. Makes us sick because we are forced to suppress our emotion, to suppress our needs, to live by the standards society gives us. And the way we educate our children now is not a natural way. We are more away from our children, we are isolated, we don't live in big communities like we used to. So the responsibility of educating a child falls on one parent or two parents, in the happy case when they are still together and married. And before, it used to be a collective effort. Children used to learn from a whole village, from different adults. And now children are more and more left alone. They are thrown from activity to activity. There is a lot of investment in their education, but in their formal education in terms of academic education and not their emotional education. So the point is that the more we work to achieve things, to keep up with the capitalism way of life, of always buying more expensive things, to get more status acknowledgement, and then the less we focus on what really matters, and this is the bonding between the child and the parent. And the child, and like everybody, like all human beings, the child needs to be seen for who he is and accepted for who he is, without having to work for it, without having to change himself. And often Gabor Mate expresses that the biggest reason for sickness is on an emotional level, for the fact that the child, when he grows up, is not seen for who he is, and he has to change himself. He has to change his authentic self in order to be accepted by his own family and then by other important people in his life, like teachers and peer groups. And that leads to sickness. The longer you are separated from your authentic self of expression, the more you repress your feelings to please other people, the more you distance yourself from your healthy way of living and from the path to success, and the more other sickness are gonna come up, whether it's stress-based, like behavioral problems, whether it's just depression or sleep disturbance, or oppositional defiant disorder, which means the child is very naughty, he doesn't listen to the parents, or for grown-ups, addiction, social media, gambling, alcohol, even workaholism. So these are ways that people run away from their problems instead of looking for the root cause. Where is this coming from? And this is what I am trying to promote, what I did for myself, what I find the tools how to look deep and see what is the cause of my insecurity, or what is the cause of my frustration, why am I not happy, and not blaming other people or looking for causes why, because I don't have this, because my husband didn't do this, with my child. No, look what I can do, because the only thing that we can change is the things that we are responsible for, and the things that we take ownership. So I started to look in my childhood, what happened, how was what I educated, what influenced me, and how it influenced me. I think this is also what it means, social emotional education. You have to put everything in context. So your emotional well-being starts with your relationship with your mother and your primary take care person, whether it's father, mother, or grandmother, what happened in those years and how that the relationship was. Then understand the social context and the political context, what that mother had to endure, or what was that mother or that caregiver in a good mental condition, were her own needs satisfied, and was she comfortable to be able to educate and take care of you and give you. Otherwise is also generational trauma that is passed over from the caretaker to the child. So all these factors are important, and for me the social emotional education is a very, very important aspect that is missing from our education system, that is missing from the